Another day, another story. Welcome to Scary Stories, where we bring you spine-tingling tales that will send shivers down your spine. In today's story, a young couple's dream of a peaceful life in the countryside is shattered when they learn about the mysterious goblins that live in the woods. The goblins demand treats every night, and the couple obliges, hoping to avoid any trouble. But soon, they realize that the goblins may not be as harmless as they seem. Join us as we unravel the terrifying events that unfold when the goblins decide to pay the couple a visit. This is Gremlins, Keepers of the Forest. The young couple were in seventh heaven after they learned the good news about the imminent replenishment. For the better well-being of the expectant mother and the normal development of the fetus, the couple decides to leave the bustle of the city and move to a quiet countryside. The heroes of the story, Gremlins, keepers of the forest, settle in a cozy house. They are sure that this paradise will bring them joy and prosperity. After getting to know the neighbors, the newcomers learn that after every sunset it is necessary to leave treats for goblins in red caps on the doorstep. At first, the young couple thought it was just an old superstition, but their friendly neighbors insisted that they take the tradition seriously. So, the couple complied and left a plate of cookies and milk on their doorstep every night. Days passed and everything seemed to be going well. The couple enjoyed their quiet life in the countryside, preparing for the arrival of their little one. However, one night, they forgot to leave the treats for the goblins. In the middle of the night, they were awakened by strange noises coming from outside. They got up to check what was going on, but when they opened the door, they found nothing but a cold breeze. The next day, they discovered that all their crops had withered and died overnight. The neighbors warned them that this was the work of the goblins, who were angry about not receiving their treats. From that day forward, the couple made sure to never forget to leave the goblins their offerings. But things took a turn for the worse when the expectant mother started experiencing strange dreams. In her dreams, she saw the goblins surrounding her and her unborn child, whispering in their ears and trying to steal the baby away. The couple tried to ignore these dreams, thinking it was just their imagination. However, as the due date approached, the mother's dreams became more vivid and terrifying. One night, she woke up to find scratches and bite marks all over her body. The couple realized that they had to do something to protect themselves and their baby. They sought the help of a local witch who told them that the goblins were not to be trifled with. The witch gave them a talisman and instructed them to perform a ritual to banish the goblins. They followed the witch's instructions and soon the goblins disappeared, never to be seen again. The couple was finally able to enjoy the peace and happiness they had always dreamed of, knowing that their baby was safe from the mischievous and malevolent creatures that haunted their home. However, the couple couldn't help but wonder if the goblins would ever return. They felt uneasy, as if they were being watched, even though there was no evidence of any goblins lurking around their home. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, and the couple had almost forgotten about the goblins. They were happily preparing for the arrival of their baby, enjoying the beautiful countryside around them. But then, one night, they heard a strange scratching noise outside their bedroom window. It was a noise they had never heard before. They looked out the window but saw nothing. The scratching continued, and it started to get louder and more persistent. Suddenly, they heard a faint whispering sound. The couple froze in terror. They recognized the whispers as the voices of the goblins. The voices grew louder and more menacing, as if the goblins were right outside their window. The couple was afraid to move, afraid that if they did, the goblins would attack them. They stayed frozen in fear until the sun began to rise, and the goblins disappeared. From that day on, the couple was constantly on edge, never fully able to relax or enjoy their home again. They moved back to the city, where they felt safer and more secure. But they could never forget the terrifying experience they had with the goblins, and they always wondered if the creatures would return to haunt them again. The couple's fears were not unfounded. A few years later, they received news that the house they had left behind in the countryside had been purchased by a new family. The couple couldn't help but feel a sense of unease, knowing that the goblins might still be around, waiting for their next victims. One day, the couple received a phone call from the new owners of the house. The couple's fears were confirmed when they heard the new owner's story. They had been experiencing strange occurrences in the house at night. They heard strange whispers and scratching noises coming from outside their windows, and sometimes, they would wake up to find strange markings on their bodies. The new owners had also been leaving treats for the goblins every night, just as the couple had done before them. But despite their offerings, the goblins seemed to be growing more and more aggressive with each passing day. The couple knew that they couldn't let another family suffer at the hands of the goblins. They decided to return to the countryside and help the new owners banish the goblins once and for all. They consulted with the witch who had helped them before, and together, they performed the ritual to banish the goblins. It was a difficult and dangerous task, but in the end, they were successful. The goblins were banished from the house, and the new owners could finally live in peace. The couple returned to the city, relieved that they had finally put an end to the goblins' reign of terror. They knew that the goblins would always be a part of their past, but they were grateful for the opportunity to help others and ensure that no one else would have to suffer at the hands of those mischievous and malevolent creatures again. And that concludes our story of Gremlins, Keepers of the Forest. A tale of unsuspecting victims, mischievous and malevolent creatures, and the bravery it takes to banish them. Remember, sometimes the things that go bump in the night may not be as harmless as they seem, and it's always best to be cautious when dealing with the unknown. We hope you enjoyed this chilling tale, and be sure to tune in to Scary Stories for more spine-tingling tales that will keep you up at night.